Pokemon Home compatibility is finally out for Pokemon Scarlet and Violet. So here is our first Wi-Fi battle of the new metagame. Hopefully you all enjoy. How's it going, guys? Welcome back to another Pokemon Scarlet and Violet Wi-Fi battle. Today we're battling versus Owen from the Discord server, but he's also a YouTuber as well. Go check out his YouTube channel. There's a link in the description down below. Before we dive into the battle, of course, I just want to point out that only 36% of people who are watching this video are actually subscribed. So just double check you subscribe, because sometimes YouTube likes to play this whole unsubscribe game, and it's really annoying, but you know, it is what it is. So just double check, and if you win in the first place, why not subscribe? It's free, helps me out, and I really appreciate it. Also, I just want to apologize for not uploading in a while. I kind of broke my foot, and it's I've been on high on pain medications for ages, so it's like been a bit difficult to get uploading and stuff. But I'm back on it now. Videos should be back to normal. Okay, Owen's brought some fire. They've got a Chien-Pao, Skeledirge, Iron Treads, Magearna, Sneasler, and a Hisuian Samurott. Pretty awesome looking team. Chien-Pao being back in OU is a welcomed change, I believe, because there's a lot of Pokemon that can deal with it now, like Magearna, for example, all of which I do not have on this team. I was kind of hoping I wouldn't have to face Chien-Pao, but you know, it's not the game we play. You can't just expect to not face something, you know. What was I going to do about that anyway? Oh yeah, that's right. Okay, so we could leave with Chomp. We could get Stealth Rocks up straight away. We can threaten the Iron Treads out if they lead it with the Iron Treads to counter that. We do have the choice specs. We have the choice scarf on the Sneasler. We can outspeed and KO the Chien-Pao, no problem. I think I might lead with Sneasler, to be fair, and get off a nice and powerful U-turn straight away. I feel like they lead off with Samurott to get that Ceaseless Edge off, potentially. They could do that. So I think I will lead with Sneasler, and I'll just kind of go from there, and we'll just see how it goes. And the battle begins, so Owen's going to lead off with the Samurott as expected, as we led off with the Sneasler. So this is not a bad matchup at all. Sneasler versus Hisuian Samurott. Gotta love this. Oh, I can't. It's so weird seeing them on the field like this. I didn't think this day would ever come, but it has. We can afford to just go straight for that slick U-turn. They probably go into the Skeledirge, to be honest with you. So I'm going to go for that U-turn. I don't think they stay in against the Sneasler because I can just close combat into Oblivion. They do stay in though, and they take the U-turn like a champ. Fair enough. They're probably going to go for that Ceaseless Edge right now to get them spikes up, which is absolutely fair enough if they do that. I think my play is probably to either go into the Knuckle Stack or potentially the Rotom. So I think I'm going to go Rotom. So we'll go Rotom real quick. I don't know if they go for Ceaseless Edge because I was obviously a fighting type. They do go for the Ceaseless Edge, which does a lot of damage, gets a critical hit, and it sets up a layer of spikes. So that's pretty awesome on my opponent's part. Now, Rotom's in a bit of a pickle. So Rotom is in a bit of a pickle right now because that was a critical hit was nasty. It was a nasty critical hit. I think we have to go into Garchomp right now. We'll go Garchomp real quick, and we'll set up Stealth Rocks. We do have the Rapid... Oh, no, we don't have the Rapid Spin because I had to change Regieleki out for Rotom last minute. Ah, no, they go for another Ceaseless Edge, which is fair enough. It's going to do a lot of damage to us. Rough Skin's going to hurt them, and the Rocky Helmet's going to also kick in, which is great. So spikes are set up once again. We pretty much have no way of getting rid of hazards now. Because, like I said, I had Regieleki, but they banned it last minute. So I had to make a last minute change, and I didn't think about the hazard clearance. So if I was you, I wouldn't use this team, but you know, it's whatever. We can deal with that with hazards. We can deal with hazards, no problem. So I'm gonna go for the Stealth Rock, expecting another Ceaseless Edge to come through, because obviously it's gonna KO them with the recoil from the Rough Skin and the Rocky Helmet. As there it is, the Rough Skin Rocky Helmet recoils. Hopefully that means that the Ceaseless Edge won't set up spikes, as it does. It does mean the Ceaseless Edge doesn't set up spikes. That's pretty good. That's good to note. Good to note. That is. Good to note. So no more spikes, just 2 layers of spikes. That'll do for me. In comes the Chien-Pao. Chien-Pao is fine by me. We got some Stealth Rock damage off on it, which is always nice. I don't think I've got a good switch in here at all. Knuckle Stack is a potential switch, but I'd rather not because they can just finish me off with Sacred Sword if they really want to. So I'll go for the spikes just on the off chance they Swords Dance here. I don't think they Swords Dance. They're going to actually Tera. I'm interested to see why they would Tera here, of all times, as they're going to Tera into a nice and powerful Dark type. Interesting. So Dark type comes through. Dark type comes through. Are they going to go for a Sucker Punch here? They go for a Crunch. Okay, so they go for the Crunch. Crunch is going to come through. We're going to get some Rocky Helmet and some rough skin damage off on the Chien-Pao, which is a very welcomed amount of damage on the Chien-Pao, to be honest with you. So the Chien-Pao is a very difficult Pokemon to deal with, and also racking up this chip damage off on them so early on is really brilliant, to be honest with you. Absolutely brilliant. So we'll go in Sneasler. We'll go in Sneasler real quick. There we go. Sneasler comes in, and we can afford to just go for a U-turn here. I would go for the Fire Punch expecting the Magearna, but they could easily go into the Skeledirge as well. So I think I'm going to go for the U-turn here. I think U-turn is a fair play. You're going to withdraw the Chien-Pao, of course. Are they going to go Skeledirge? I think they do go Skeledirge, don't they? They go Skeledirge. There we go. So Skeledirge comes in, which is absolutely fair enough and fine by me. We go for a U-turn. That's going to be doing nothing, of course. We are a Choice Scarf, and we get the Poison Touch, which is really nice and very welcomed. To be honest with you, a nice bit of hacks right there. That's a 30% chance, I believe, so that's not too bad. It's not too bad of a chance. So, right, now that we know that this thing's in, there's a couple things we could do here. I think the best thing to do is to go into our Spirit over here, because we just get a free Infernal Parade off, and Infernal Parade has like a 30% chance of burn, which is really cool. So it's basically like a Ghost-type Scald, which is great, absolutely great. So it'll definitely KO the Skeledirge because the Choice Specs. It'll definitely do a lot of damage to anything else that wants to come in and get a nice little burn on them, hopefully. So let's go for that Infernal Parade real quick and see what happens. They're going to withdraw the Skeledirge, putting a bit of pressure on them. They're going to go in Chien-Pao, aren't they? They're going to Iron Treads. Iron Treads is a decent one as well. Iron Treads is a decent one. It's going to get some stones dug into it. It can't Rapid Spin on us, so we go for the Infernal Parade. There we go. No burn, unfortunately, so we are going to have to switch out here. I'm going to go straight to Rotom, because I think Earthquake or Volt Switch are coming, more than likely. There we go. We're going to withdraw Spirit, because we don't want to get hit by an Earthquake from this thing. And we're going to go into Bosch the Rotom-Wash, hopefully to an Earthquake. Failing that, they go for a Rapid Spin expecting the switch. They go for the Rapid Spin expecting the switch. Fair enough. That's a good play. Good play on my opponent's behalf. Very good play on my opponent's behalf. So, with that in mind, we've got a couple of options here. So what we could do is we could go straight for a Hydro Pump. We could go for a Will-O-Wisp, go for Protect. I think going for a Will-O-Wisp is fine. I think going for a Will-O-Wisp is absolutely fine. They do go for a Volt Switch. What are they going to go into, though? That's the real question. What wants to take a burn? Because Skeledirge can come in, but then can it take a Hydro Pump after that? Probably yes. Probably can take at least one Hydro Pump. But does it want to do that? So Magearna comes in. Magearna's going to get a nice and powerful burn on it, provided we can hit it. Will-O-Wisp comes through. We do hit the Will-O-Wisp, which is great. There we go. As we don't know what set this Magearna is. It could be Specs. It could be Assault Vest. It could be almost the multitude of things it could be. So I think what my play here is to do is to go for a Protect right now. Just a scout to see what it's going to go ahead and do. If we can get it to lock into something else. If we can get a free switch in with Typhlosion, we get a free Eruption off, that'd be amazing. That'd be absolutely amazing. So let's protect ourselves real quick and see what they're going to do. They go for a Volt Switch, which is absolutely fair enough. Are they locked into that, though? That's the real question, because we could go into our nice and powerful Ground type that we don't have. We're going to get some more Leftovers recovery anyway. And we also get to see what item they've got, see if they've got Leftovers. And it looks like they don't have Leftovers, which tells me they're probably Assault Vest or something along those lines. So I'm going to go ahead and go for a Hydro Pump right now, just to get some damage off on this Magearna. As that's definitely Assault Vest. That's definitely Assault Vest. That Vavel Switch is going to KO us. No, it's not going to KO us. I knew it wouldn't KO us. I knew it wouldn't KO us. It's fine. It's absolutely fine. We can deal with this. We can deal with this. In comes the Chien-Pao. So Chien-Pao comes in. We don't know what set this Chien-Pao is. All we know is that it's not going to get hurt by Stealth Rocks anymore. So I think our only play really is to let this go down, the Rotom. So I'm going to go ahead and go for the Will-O-Wisp just on the off chance they try and set up. They don't. They go straight for a Crunch. Of course, as you would expect, Crunch comes through, takes out the Rotom. There's no chance of taking that whatsoever. So Rotom goes down, which is unfortunate, but what can you do about that? As now, like I was saying before about the free switch in, we get a free switch in with Sneasler right now. And Sneasler plus Typhlosion combination is going to be what gets us this win, if we can get a win. at all. I think I go for a U-turn here because U-turn KOs Chien-Pao. It also does a lot of damage to the rest of the team. Well, not really, because Migina can switch in pretty freely as well. We could go for a close combat, but they're likely going to go Skeledirge right now. They do withdraw the Chien-Pao, of course. I think we're going to need Sneasler around for the Chien-Pao, so I'm going to have to try and keep it alive. Skeledirge comes on in. We go for a U-turn, which is going to do minimal damage, of course, but we have already got the poison on them, which is great. Absolutely great. As now we go straight into our Typhlosion. Typhlosion has to be the one to come in right now because obviously it's a ghost type. It threatens this thing to no end. We do frisk the heavy duty boots again. Once again, that doesn't really matter because we haven't got hazards up on their side of the field. And I think we go straight for the Infernal Parade here. We could anticipate the switch into the Migina. I don't think I want to do that though. I think I want to go straight for the Infernal Parade. I really want to just get damage off on the rest of their team. There we go. Infernal Parade comes through. I knew it was the right play to stay in and go for the attack. Down goes the Skeledirge, and now there's nothing on their team stopping us from going for close combat with Sneasler, which is great. So Skeledirge going down is great for us. Absolutely perfect for us, in fact. In comes the Iron Treads. Iron Treads is obviously a big threat to us. However, Typhlosion could still be useful for the Migina. So I'm going to go ahead and keep it alive. And I'm going to go into... am I going to go into Knuckle Stack right now? What else do we need Knuckle Stack for? Probably not a lot, right? I think Sneasler is going to be the key to taking this thing out. Do we need an Enamorus at all? Probably not. Let's go into Enamorus. If they go for the Iron Head expecting the switch, then that's fair enough. If they go for a Volt Switch expecting the switch, that's fair enough. I think they go for a Stealth Rock or something though, personally. So I'm going to go Enamorus. They go for the Volt Switch. There we go. Volt Switch comes through. Does minimal damage to us, but Enamorus is in now, and that means whatever comes in now gets a free KO on Enamorus. So that's unfortunate, but what can you do about that? Not a lot, really. In comes Migina. So this is actually a good opportunity for us. This is actually not a bad switch. I was expecting the Chien-Pao, to be honest with you, but we could easily be scarfed, I suppose. So they don't know what we are. I'm going to go for a Mystical Fire. What's Springtide Storm? All of those are their attack stat. I'm going to go for a Mystical Fire just to get some damage off on this thing, because we are choice specs, and we have got a lot of special attack. We're going to lower their special attack as well by doing this, as they go for a Flare Cannon, which is going to miss. Unfortunately, I don't think that KO does anyway because of the special attack drop from Mystical Fire. But I'll take it. I'll take the Migina to KO any day of the week. So there we go. Mystical Fire comes through, takes out the Migina. As there we go. And Enamorus got to do something, which is pretty awesome, actually. I wasn't expecting it to do much this game, to be honest with you. The whole team that I'm against kind of matches up really well against it. In comes the Iron Treads. So Iron Treads comes in, which is an interesting switch. I'm pretty sure they outspeed us. I could be wrong. I'm going to go for the Mystical Fire just on the off chance that we don't, that we do outspeed. As they go for a Rapid Spin, which is going to boost their speed, but I'm not sure why. Because we just go for like Mystical Fire right there and just take them out. So I'm guessing they're just trying to get damage off on the Enamorus. They're probably thinking it's a bit more of a threat than it actually is, which is fair enough. It's a new metagame and all that. It's absolutely fair enough. They're going to go into Sneasler now. Sneasler comes in. As we just go for Springtime Storm. Oh no, wait, we're locked into Mystical Fire, aren't we? Yeah, of course. We're choice specs. Why aren't we? Dire Claw comes through. That's going to take out Cupid, unfortunately. As down it goes. But then being locked into Dire Claw is really useful for us. So we've got a couple of options, if they're locked in, that is. If they're locked in. So we're going to go into Garganacl. We've still got the salty pyramid of salt in the back here. So we're going to get hurt by some spikes, which is unfortunate, but what can you do about that? And we're going to go for that nice and powerful Salt Cure right now, because they cannot switch in their Chien-Pao, that's for sure. And what we want to do is they go for Shadow Claw. What we want to do is we want to get as much damage off as possible on this Sneasler so that we can come in with our Sneasler and hopefully finish up the game. So we'll get some damage off, which is always nice. They're going to be Salt Cure. Why do they go for Shadow Claw, though? Why Shadow Claw? That's the interesting play. I guess it's, you know, new metagame and all that stuff. So let's go for a body press. They go for a close combat, which nearly KOs us, which is great for us because it means that we can go straight for that nice and powerful. Oh, we got the DC! No, that was on my end as well. That was on my end as well. We got the body press, which KOs the Sneasler pretty much after the next attack, as Saltyy takes them out. And then Chien-Pao goes down to the Sneasler, which is Choice Scarfed. Because obviously Choice Scarf comes through and outspeed and all that stuff. So yeah, that was the game. So GG Owen, that was a pretty fun game. I'm glad it DC'd right towards the end and not towards the middle. You know? So anyway, thank you for watching today's video. If you did enjoy, of course, leave a like, subscribe, all that wonderful stuff. Go check out Owen's channel, like I said at the start. There is a link in the description down below. And with that being said, I'll see you all in a bit.